Okay guys, let us have a look at Euro JPY, just triggered in. Let me take you through it and we'll see the trade together.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. And if this is your first time here, I am the big fella Scruff. And I'm trying to put trading in the real world. Now bear with me while I switch this over, because we've actually just triggered into a trade that I want to get a quick burst out of it. Then I'm going to let it relax and come back on itself. I've already told the guys in the squad what it is I'm doing. We're a little bit late this morning because the morning call, as usual, ran over. There's a shocker. Let me just flip this over so you can see that is there. So they already could see what it is that I'm up to and where they get their ideas from, or where I get my ideas from is this. I make this sheet every morning for them, and today there's quite a lot of news about. So my primary markets that I would work with, which is Cable, DAX, Euro, there isn't any because budget day in the UK, got to be a little bit careful. So it looks for the strongest and the weakest, which is down here. It's telling me to be careful with it because it is stretched, and I'll show you that in a second. And it's also telling me the change of strength, again showing big movement. Okay, and it's a good community this. The guys are chitting and chatting all the time. We just chat for whatever reason there, a bit of a sing-song, but we're going to back to basics, understand how we do, see how many pips we're winning, how much money we're winning, if that's the way you want to go, and then we break it down into the various disciplines. It's a good community, it's good. So where we're at, well, we're pretty much at target now. Wow, it's a bit quicker than I thought. This could slam in any second now. Come on, come on, come on. And then I'll take you through this trade, what I was looking at. Oh, isn't that annoying? You get so close and then it's rattled off. Boom. Bugger, bugger, bugger. And that's the other side of doing what we do in the moment. I'm trying to speak to you and explain the trade, and sometimes you can miss something, which I just have. Bear with me just a second. I still think we okay. We okay. Bollocks. Right, okay. Not to panic. Not to panic, Mr. Mannering. Not to panic. Oh dear me. Right, okay. The pressure is still to the downside. We still got quite a fair bit. We're looking for, I'll just pull this back into place so that we can see it. Well, that was 12 pips. I should have really set it about 10, which is about there. And that would have been right. And it's gone to the level to the pip. Okay. Now, this could, just bear with me just a second. Arseholes. Fucking arseholes.
Stop swearing.
Stop swearing. That's the most annoying thing in the world, to see it go to target and just miss it by half a whisker and then scream off. And I really must set some rules about getting into my markets better, because one of the things, I spend a lot of time with the guys and I always want to help, but a lot of the time it's kind of counterintuitive to myself for this very reason. I was 5 minutes late coming to the trade, so like at the end. I should have been in up here, but c'est la vie, bugger. Right, anyway, the conviction is still there. So let me show you the conviction. Sorry. Right, I'm going to have me coffee, because we all know Scruffy needs a coffee. Well, he actually likes a coffee. See, I can't even get my catchphrase right. It's annoyed me. Right, I'll have that. Don't worry, Winky will sort me out later. She'll be a good girl. Right, gotcha. The premise was still correct. Okay? And what was that premise? Well, first of all, we had huge movement in the chart. Now, I'm going to let this relax, and I'm going to trade this again a little bit later today. But let me show you something. You know I like fibs. Fibs work fantastically. And why? Because they build the structure of the market. And the structure of the market is what is important. So you have all of your levels in place. Now, these are from major swing points, and I only use high time frame. I don't use low time frame levels because basically they're a waste of time. But what isn't a waste of time, if you're looking at an hourly chart, is the strength of a wave. Now, this is a wave here, you know, and you can see that's pushed down, it's gone up, it's given a definitive high and a definitive low. So that is a completed wave or a completed leg. And then it's pushed away. Right. Now, if I'm retracing on this and I want to see how far it's going, get an extension tool. So there's your extension tool. From there to there. All right. And it starts giving you building blocks as to how far this can go. All right. Well, in this instance, it could get up to this arena here. Right. So that can give you an idea of where you're placing your stops. So if I'm going to short this, well, there's area 1, there's area 2. So I've already got an idea of what I can play with. Okay, so that's one thing I can use it for. But because the market is now pushing down, I can also use the fib in conjunction with other items to see how far this will push down. Just to give you an example, I can see the move started down here and it got up as high as there and it's collapsing. Its first point of call is going to be the 23.6. That lines up perfectly with the level that I targeted. And where's this stalled? Well, if I drop this down to 5 minutes, bang on. So that's the area of interest for target. But this is a Fibonacci from way up in the chart and it's stopped dead on it. Okay. Now come back to the hourly because this is where you get your ideas from, guys. The next point of call, if that holds under here, is down into this level because it's highlighted with the 38. So why the level and not the fib? Well, because this solid level has been tested in the past. How do I know it's being tested? Because it's a major swing point. That's why I put them in solid. A dotted line is a fib. A solid line is a major swing. A swing like so. All right. They hold more weight because they are tested. These are hypothetical. High probability that it's going to stall there. Now it's doing its job. Now the next one, because we work to 50% all the time, look for sort of the meridian line, if you want to call it that, or the midpoint. Well, it's here. So that lines up with a solid there. So now I can work this zone. And if it breaks through, it's a high probability it's coming here. And then if it breaks through the 61, it's probably going to struggle for the 61 because of that. Okay. Now we can also use other items, as I was saying on this. Now you can use an RSI, you can use the fast RSI, speeded RSI, whatever you choose. It'll show you where it's stretched, so you can see the stretch points. You can look at a Bollinger Band. Let's have a look at a Bollinger Band. Okay. What's the Bollinger Band telling me? Well, the Bollinger Band tells me it's coming from overstretch, so it looks like it'll go to the base. Excellent. So it gives you a good opportunity to get in. And that's all I need to do. I mean, I've been paid for this period. So we've got nothing running now. There's no tickets running. And there you go, running over from yesterday. So you saw me do the euro and the pound. And now we've just dropped in another 54 quid in about 5 minutes. Job's done. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. So that was a very quick trade, a quick breakdown of a chart. And okay, I'd like to have got in a bit earlier, but I still got paid. So I was a happy boy. So there we go. So if you're stuck, very easy found. Find all my contact details below. And while you're down there, you'll find decent links to, say, the preferred broker, which is BlackBull, and also the Discord that I've just shown you. You'll find that under the Scruffy Squad links. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.